So 2 Game of Thrones trailers have been released at this point, and there's a lot going on in both of them. Daenerys is back in Westeros for the first time since she was a baby, and she appears to be occupying Dragonstone, which was previously occupied by Stannis Baratheon. Judging by the way she looks in these trailers, she appears to be more than anything uncertain about her future and the role that she has to play, which is understandable, considering that she's now entering a huge war. I've isolated what appear to be 2 separate major conflicts on the Daenerys side of things. First off, it appears that via Greyjoy ships, the Unsullied are going to King's Landing and attacking the Lannister soldiers. You can see here some Unsullied opening the gate for even more to come in. You can also see here that Cersei and Jaime both are giving an angry, exasperated look. Could this possibly be due to the knowledge that the Greyjoy ships carrying the Unsullied are close? Secondly, and this appears to be after the initial Unsullied attack, we see the Dothraki along with Drogon fighting the Lannisters on a field. Now Jaime is present here, and in the end you see him charging at something. If you look around the field, there's lots of fire and debris, so the dragon has definitely done its work. What I'm seeing here is that the Lannister army is decimated, and Jaime is making one final futile attempt to end the entire thing, possibly by killing a dragon that's been wounded perhaps. Short of something major that could end the war, I don't see why Jaime would be charging. Melisandre as well appears to be at Dragonstone. I wonder if now that she sees Daenerys, if she is rethinking her Azor Ahai prophecy. Daenerys was literally reborn from salt and smoke and woke dragons from stone. Now in the north, you have Jon Snow still trying to fight the war against the others. What it looks like is that he's gathered a party and they are attempting to either go and fight or to gain more information about the others, but it goes sour. From the trailers, it appears that it goes completely wrong, and by the end, there is perhaps only one person left, likely Jon. You can see here one person riding off on a horse, and you can also see here the gate opening for one person beyond the wall. Now this is reminiscent of Old Nan's tale about the long night. There was a man that went into the haunted forest in search of the children, but the White Walkers were on his tail, and by the end of it, they killed all of his friends, they killed his dog, and he was the only one left. So maybe bye-bye ghost? There is also a battle of what appears to be the Greyjoys against themselves. You can see fire being thrown down from a catapult in the sky. It's not a steady stream like it would be if it came from a dragon. It's more like it came from a trebuchet. More than likely, Theon's sister Yara dies at this point, and this is why you get that final cut of him kneeling before the ocean, realizing that his last family member is dead, other than possibly Euron at this point. So we've got 2 major battles involving Daenerys Targaryen, one that she is not present at, which is the battle between the Unsullied and the Lannister Guard at King's Landing, and the other which she is very likely present at, which is the battle between the Dothraki and the Lannister army, because very likely Daenerys is on the back of Drogon. And we've also seen Jon Snow go up against the others once again and lose once again. This is probably the point where he realizes that he cannot fight the others on his own, and perhaps this is where this scene between him and Davos takes place. It appears to be at Dragonstone. Perhaps he has gone to beseech Daenerys for her help. Tyrion is also at Dragonstone, and he appears to be spending a lot of time watching the dragons, which makes sense because Tyrion is also kind of obsessed with dragons, and in the books, he has been a huge fan of dragons since he was a child, and he's always wanted to ride a dragon. I can almost guarantee you that that clip of Drogon staring at someone is probably Tyrion, because remember, Tyrion has already met Rhaegal and Viserion. He has not met Drogon yet, so it'll be interesting to see how Drogon reacts to Tyrion. And I definitely seeing it being set up that Tyrion will ride a dragon before the end of this series, possibly even this season. Judging by this trailer, there appear to be some major wins for Daenerys. The attack on King's Landing, from what we've seen, appears to go decently well. Jaime obviously escapes, but what about Cersei? I think that this could be the point where Cersei actually dies, and maybe this explains why later on that Jaime is willing to charge and give up his life, because if Cersei's dead, then maybe he feels like he has nothing to live for. There is also what appears to be a more abstract battle between Bran and the Night King. You can see in the trailer that Bran appears to be spying on the Night King, and the Night King spots him and kind of pushes Bran back into his own body. In the book, the Night King is not an actual figure, he's more of an abstract concept. The others are guided by an unseen collective consciousness that's not represented by any physical form. So within the context of the show, it makes sense that there is some kind of mental battle going on between the two of them. Game of Thrones Season 7 airs July 16th, 2017. I'll be doing weekly reviews of every show, so make sure you like and subscribe for more ideas of Ice and Fire.